Hi, good evening. I'm Jason. This evening I want to start off with asking you a couple of questions. If you had the opportunity to help your fellow man, would you take that opportunity? If you and your friends or your family were driving down a busy highway and the vehicle in front of you suddenly veers to the right of the road and enters the bar ditch, subsequently flipping violently, would you stop and assist? If you had the opportunity to save a life right now, would you take it? If you've answered any of these questions by saying yes, then you and I are alike. I have another question for you. How often do you donate blood? I'm sorry? You do not donate. Why should you? Well, let me give you a few solid reasons why you should give. The very first and main reason, in my opinion, is that you can make a difference in a person or person's life. You can give a person a second chance at life. You are actually giving the gift of life. 41,000 people here in the United States need blood every day. Or let me rephrase that. 41,000 donations of blood are needed every day. 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. That's what donors give. When they give blood, they give up to 1 pint of blood. Blood cannot be manufactured. It comes from generous donors such as myself. 4.5 million people would die each year without transfusions. And 38% of Americans today are eligible to donate blood, but less than 10% choose not to give the gift of life. Now, I've just given you some solid reasons to give blood. What's your decision? Now, you don't have to tell me right now, but either way, whether you do or you don't, you're going to have an impact on many lives. Let's take a look at some of those lives that you are going to impact, whether you say yes or no. And these lives are patients and victims. Patients that are cancer, people that are fighting cancer, people that are going through open heart surgeries, premature infants, all of them need type O blood. Americans who have sickle cell blood disease, they need to have blood transfusions each month, up to 4 units at a time. You have severe burn victims. They're going to require 20 units of plasma during their treatment. You have victims of vehicle accidents. They're going to require 50 to 100 units of transfusible red blood cells. Now, I've just gone over some solid reasons to give blood, and I've given you insight on how you're going to impact, how your decision is going to impact some of the lives. Now let's take a walk, if you will, in a donor's shoes. Today a donor shows up to donate that gift of life. They're going to sit down with a volunteer. They're going to review their medical history. Then they're going to receive a mini physical, and within this mini physical, they're going to check your blood, the hemoglobin, the iron. They're going to check your heart rate and your blood pressure. And if you pass with flying colors, then you go on to donate that gift of life. The donation process time on average takes 10 to 12 minutes, and once that is completed, then you're going to be offered some refreshments. Now, I understand there's some concerns behind giving blood, and I want to give you some facts to put your mind at ease. When you give blood, you're going to replace the fluid within hours after donating. The red blood cells that you have lost or you have donated will repair themselves within 4 weeks. The iron that you have donated within your blood, it will replace itself within 8 weeks. You cannot contract AIDS or any infectious diseases while you give blood. Giving blood will not decrease your strength. If only 1% of Americans would donate, the fear of blood, the fear of lack of blood would disappear in the foreseeable future. Now, I know a lot has been thrown at you at this time, a lot of information and statistics, and I understand. I've been in your position. 20 years ago, I remember standing there listening to the gentleman basically saying the same thing. I was filled with apprehension, anxiety, and then uncertainty. But after listening to the lives the gentleman was telling me about that needed my blood, I put those feelings to the side because I wanted to be a part of something big. I wanted to make an impact in someone's life. I understand you probably have more questions and concerns. So I encourage you to go online because the information that I'm sharing with you tonight, I have gotten offline. If you would, please go to www.redcrossblood.org, or you can also go online to BeTheGivingType.org. There's a Q&A section on each one of those websites, and we'll cover a lot of the answers and concerns that you have. Now, in closing, I would like to leave you with some questions as I began this discussion with you with questions. So I want to leave you with these questions in mind. If you decide to accept this challenge and donate blood, will you be comfortable with the thought of being considered a hero? Are you willing to accept that your donation can or could save up to 3 lives? Or how about donate not for the glory, but donate because your fellow man depends on you? I hope you accept my challenge and join me by giving the gift of life, and along with the other 9.2 million donors within the U.S. Thank you.